Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to the Laura Canfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today, and my good friend Donna-Marie Hallessey is back with us today, and we're going to be talking about the power of now, right? Yes, we're going to be talking about the power of now, and specifically we're going to talk a little bit about, the mastery of thinking and speaking, living your happiness. We're going to be talking about how we can make minor adjustments. All of us are able to make minor adjustments, and these minor adjustments can be game changers in how we co-create and manifest. We're going to be talking about if you want to live your ideal life abundantly, you have to believe it's possible, as everything is born first in possibility before it can be realized or actualized, right? And change your thoughts, change your world. So I was telling somebody today earlier, change your thoughts, don't say that thought. Because you are creating in this moment, right? So watch what you say, watch what you do. We're going to be taking, I don't know if you answered me before, Donna-Marie, but I had said we're going to be doing some.
Oh, no, I did answer you.
Oh.
But it's a yes.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to be doing some live Q&A, always some processes, some mini readings. And when I'm saying mini readings, really short mini readings, Donna-Marie.
Oh, well, tell them. Don't tell me.
Because, the more people that get a chance to experience your reading style, from you and your guides, the better, right? And,
what we'll do is we'll make it, they ask a very specific question because they can really zero in a lot faster. Nothing like scan me, this is not what they do. They go in, you have a specific question, they'll come in with a specific response, and just reminding everybody that the response they receive may not be what they wish to hear, but they will get what they're meant to hear. Very important.
Yeah. So be open to really being, to listening to, what is coming through. Okay. And not be in your head about it has to be like this. This is the answer I'm looking for. No, not necessarily. Right. So for those of you who don't know Donna-Marie, she is an intuitive light worker, a medium, a facilitator of transformational energy healing. And her ability to connect with spirit allows access to divine light consciousness. And this includes the ascended masters, the healing masters, the angelic realm, the archangels, wisdom of the ancients, high priestesses, Celtic goddesses, and the planetary support of the intergalactic and more. She's very, very quick, and to the point. And also her guides, they give a lot of information. They do give a lot of information, and it's like, all right, that's
enough.
Yeah, let's like time out. That's enough. What else? I mean, like really quick if possible. But I mean, it's hard because, when I speak to Donna-Marie, it's like stuff is coming through, and then more stuff is coming through, and then more stuff is coming through. And it's like, awesome. Thank you. Right. So it's all, and it's like, it's for your highest and best good. And you might not know what your highest and best good is. You might be in your head and say, I want to know this. Right? And I want the answer to this, and I want the clearing for this, and I want this, I want this, I want this. But that's your mind, that's your head. That's not necessarily the highest and best for you right now in this moment, what you require. So be willing to, be open to, what they bring through. Okay. All right. So, so we're talking about the power of now, Donna-Marie. And so specifically for me, when I talk about or think about the power of now and talk about the power of now, it's about every moment is now.
That's right.
Really in time, there's no such thing. It's all happening now as it is. So it's really important that we do phrase our wording correctly, phrase our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions. What are we projecting? What are we vibrating at? How are we functioning in the now? Right? Because everything is now. So whatever you want, is going to come forward based on your thoughts, feelings, emotions from the past, meaning what you've done before. But those energies are still here and now, as well as what you're creating with your mind, thoughts, and feelings right now, and as well as the actions you're taking. Okay, so one thing we have to remember is like, it's not just about wishing, it's not just about thinking, it's not just about feeling, it's also about doing. This is a doing reality. This is a doing universe. You must do as well as wish, visualize, think, etc. Right?
It's about being.
It is about being. But being
does not mean the vibrational alignment of those thoughts, like it's a current, right? So what you send out, if you want it to be returned to you, you have to be holding that vibrational space to be the recipient of that thought. So You can't be down here and your thought is up there. It's going to cross you over. So it's about being conscious of your subconscious thoughts so that you hold the vibration so that they can be returned to you. We manifest all the time with everything that we think and say, but when you're conscious of it, then you're holding yourself in a higher vibration to be the recipient. If what you want is super high vibrational good things and you're down here saying the world is shit, well, guess what?
Yeah.
You're not lined up.
Yeah.
So you're saying, oh, it doesn't work for me, it doesn't work for me. No, it's working for everybody, but are you there as the recipient to receive, or are you down here not believing that it can come to you? So, you know, as we've done in our other conversations that we've come on and shared, you know, in the last year, Spirit has been asking me to integrate again and again and again. Every time I'm like, can I change the conversation? They're like, no. I'm like, ooh, how many different ways can I slice this pie? And they just said, you know, the grounding, especially with everything that is about to be coming forward, and October and November is going to be challenging in a way that we've not yet been challenged. They're making me feel. And so the intention of owning your truth, because the truth is not being exposed, and understanding it has to come from a place of solidarity, from awareness, from knowing, inner and innate knowing. So you have to be grounded to have that clarity, because the clarity is not present in the external world right now. So it needs to come from your inner truth for it to make resonance with you. But that's one part of it. The other part of it is, if you look at what is happening with the world and the dismantling of the world and the rebirthing that is taking place, there's a regeneration, and there's a huge amount of energy that's coming in for this regeneration. So the current time, which is the present time now, is a birthing moment for the manifestation of the co-creation. And when you use it intentionally, when you think intentionally, you're lining yourself up with the co-creation and the manifestation that you'd like to receive. And so, you know, this whole call, like when I was thinking, what is it that I want to share, came through on a speed walk that I had, because I was writing it down, and I'm like, you know, it's not flowing. When it doesn't flow, I just put everything away and remove myself. I'm going to wait till it comes through. Yeah. And I was on a speed walk, and then I ran into two girls, friends of mine, on the walk, and they're saying, oh, how's it going? What's work's going on? I said, I'm supposed to be at home writing a thing, but I wasn't getting anything. And so I just said, I'm going to go. And when I walk, my creative thoughts start moving a lot more. And the girl said something, and it hit me like a lightning bolt, how she missaid what she said in her sentence. And I said, oh, I know what you're trying to say, but you know, if you change it and you say it like this, you've just actually opened up every door of possibility. And then they were going, and there you go. And that was it. And I was like, okay, that's what they want me to share, to be conscious of how we speak, because present time is always sending the energy forward, but because of the intensity of the power of the energy of right now, it's moving at lightning speed, which means that abundance can come in at lightning speed, manifestation, and the world is manifesting also at lightning speed. You know, we're looking at it as very black and white right now with what we're seeing, but there's so much that is unseen, and the activity on that side is insane. And the power, just as we were talking of before we came on, of today, when I was telling you I had no idea that September 29th is considered feast day for Archangel Michael. And the intention of this day is for him to open and hold space for a very high vibration to allow for transmutation and transcendence. And I'm like, of course it's on the day that I have a summit, you know, of course. So I do, before we start going on and doing calls, I absolutely want to, because I've already done a pre-meditation before coming on the show, as I always do and prepare, and they will basically come in at that point and tell me, here's how it's going down, and then we're just going to take it from here. And they said the whole reason it's on today is because we're going to use this portal to bring in, because it's a very high vibrational light. It's a very powerful light. It's golden light energy, divine light energy, but with transcendence, with transmutation. And they said that the world is ready to receive it. So I'm going to do an opening, a lifting and clearing, and allowing everyone's heart, if they are given permission to receive, because this is going to help people shift, to release and let go of low-lying energy that still needs to make that transcendence, the transmutation, and then the allowing you to shift up into the higher vibration. So there's a huge, in French it's comme une puissance, there's a huge amount of like energy like this that on this day is being extended to us. So
nice.
How
Awesome.
beautiful is that? Yeah.
You know, and it's interesting because even earlier today I was going to Google and see what day is it? What's going on today? You know, like today, what is the day today? You know, and then I didn't get around to it. But now I know why I was getting that hit to
feeling.
Yeah.
It's a special day.
It's something.
And me too.
Today is something, you know, but I just didn't get what it was. So like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah, funny, but it always happens with us.
Funny, yeah, awesome. All right, so do you want to do that first, and then we'll get going? Oh yeah, what? I just remember something else. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
so we'll go to it.
So Heidi says it's one of the girls. One of the girls is here. I guess one of the girls you were talking to.
Heidi. Yes, it was Heidi and Beth. I think it was Beth. And and it was when I met them, and that was and I literally, and they're going, there you go, we just gave you your, and I was like, that's it. And you know, I do it and say it all the time one-on-one with the clients, but I'm so used to being in that mindset that I don't think anything of it, you know. And I even catch myself when I do it, and I catch it so strong, like they're like, what? And I'm like, oh I didn't say that. Or for me, it's not so much what I say, but it's what I think. Yeah. And I'll catch it more in when I'm thinking it, and then I'll be like, oof, what was I thinking? So and I do have a program that teaches you how to rewire the brain. So if you do have repetitive patterns or imprints or false imprints that you grew up with, that you still find that they show up and create a self-sabotage, I do have a program for that. But in this call today, I kind of want to just show people how they can stop, pause, correct what they've just said. You know, you say, oh my God, now that's going to come forward to me. No, you just pause it, delete it, and then redirect your energy back to where you want it to go. So awesome. I love it that Heidi's here. Hey, Heidi. She's a part of the flow. Yep, absolutely. Good. I love it. So, all right. So we're going to start off with you doing a little bit of the lifting and clearing, right? Well, they'll be doing it. I'm going to be facilitating it. You know how it is. I do. I really am vigilant in making that clear for everybody, because my whole mission of speaking, or the reason that I speak, is to constantly remind everybody of their own empowerment, you know, and I don't want to look like I'm somebody that can do all that. I'm grateful that I have done the work that I've done, that I can move into the ascension to receive this vibrational capacity and energy to move through me and to guide and direct my work. But it's to constantly remind everybody of their own empowerment, that everybody can do the same. This is what I'm always reminding everybody of, the power of, you know, who you are. And if you haven't stepped into all that you are, you're shortchanging yourself and everyone else in your life. Okay, so always before I ask for anything to come in, I always, because we're on a call and there's going to be lots of people on this call, or if there's people going to be on the replay, everyone has to give them permission to step in on their behalf. So, you know, as you're listening to this prayer, I just ask that you, after I finish saying it, you can just say, I allow. Because even if they are here and they are present and they're willing to help us, it has been made very clear to me in all the work that I do that we have our own free will and our autonomy, and it reigns above all else, so that otherwise they would be manipulating us. So we have to give them permission to step in on our behalf and serve us in support of our highest good. So always work in the highest good. Also always work. So just know that before we went on to this call, I do an alignment. I did it for about half an hour this time, because the energy was so powerful. I just thought, I'm going to just state it because it was really nice. And to know that it is always with the intention for everybody's highest good. The prayer is for everyone's highest good, and always within the capacity of what they're capable of receiving. So this is important to know too, because how we hold vibration, or how much vibration we can hold, we want to work within our ability. Okay, we don't want it to overstretch us, because then it can be overwhelming for us. So I don't know who's on the call. I don't know what everybody's vibrational capacity is. So it is always asked that it be in alignment and attunement with what is meant and appropriate for you. Good?
Absolutely. Sounds good.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to ask, if you want to stay seated, you can. If you want to stand up, if anybody who's watching this and they prefer to stand, I always find that you get more anchored and grounded when your feet are firmly planted on the ground, but it doesn't have to be like that. We're going to just take 3 nice deep breaths in, and this is just about making space. So as we allow our lungs to receive light energy, it also gathers the energy that we're holding on to. So we'll do a nice flushing of the energy that we don't need to keep anymore. And we're just going to flush out a little bit so that we can raise up. There you go. And she begins. So if you guys start yawning, just know that that is also you shifting energetically. So it's not that you're feeling tired. It's just the energy is moving, lower density energy from your body, so that you can open up and make space to receive more higher vibrational energy. And then what that allows for is for you to be in a higher vibration while you listen to this call, so you're open to receive more, but within respect to what you're capable of receiving. All right, they're ready to go. So I always keep my palms facing upwards. These are like 2 beautiful portals for me. So, and it's always showing them that I'm willing to receive. So we're just going to take 3 deep breaths in, and I'm just going to let them come forward and start speaking. So 1 deep breath in through the nose, mouth closed. And breathe out. Oh, they're asking me right away, right now, to place a beautiful golden white light. It's a ball of light. So this is right away showing me Archangel Michael. And they're allowing it to just come down through the crown chakra, through the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the throat, the lungs, the heart. And as you exhale, exhale through the solar plex. And it's this beautiful golden light that is just going to come into you very gently. And they're going to be illuminating. So it's actually, I usually use the energy of the sun, but they're using his energy today, of course. So, oh, and it's very, very powerful. Okay. Powerful, but in a vibration. Okay. So it's like this. So we're just going to visualize this beautiful golden light coming in with your inhalation, bringing it through you, allowing it to magnetize to everything that you're holding on to that's taking space and no longer serving you. And then you're just going to exhale it out, breathe it out. We're going to do a few of these, they're saying. So again, a deep breath in, and allow this golden divine light ball to just nicely, gently descend within you, allowing it to magnetize all thoughts, worries, fears, emotions, anything you're holding on to that is absent. Search and need the light and love of God, allowing all to be blessed, healed, clear, transmuted, and released onto the divine. Always for your highest good, and so it is. Breathe out. And we're going to do another one. I give myself permission to receive and let go of all that is no longer in service to me. As I let go, I allow divine light, divine love, divine clarity, and divine wisdom to be returned to me as I return to myself and all that I am, free of fear. And so it is. Breathe out. All right, beautiful. Father, Mother God, is meant and appropriate. We call upon each and every individual who is on this call or on the replay, their own team of healing masters, guardian angels, designated light workers, and we ask that they step forward on their behalf, always within the parameters of what they're capable of receiving and always for their greatest and highest good. We also call upon Archangel Michael, and we thank him for his presence today on Feast Day. And we allow his energy, his light, the divine light, and the divine light that is present to be placed within each and every heart, allowing each and every heart to be open to receive, always with respect to what they're capable of receiving and always for their greatest and highest good, and allowing all that needs to fall away, that is no longer in service, that is taking space, that is stopping, blocking, or preventing them from stepping into all of their own divine ascension. We ask for this divine light, this divine love, this divine clearing, and this divine clarity to bless, heal, clear, and transmute, allowing the sword of transmutative light to be brought forward, asking for the violet light to be present not only within the call, but within each and every person on the call and on the replay. And we are asking for the interdimensional light working systems to bless, heal, clear, and transmute all thoughts, worries, fears, or emotions, anything that is thought, said, felt, or expressed, that is in need, that is absent, that is in search of the light and love of God, to be blessed, to be healed, to be cleared, to be transmuted, and released onto the divine. We allow our own team of healing masters, designated light workers, the angelic realm, and all those who have stepped forward on this day with the light of Archangel Michael and the gift, the divination, and the expression of this light, the vibration of this light, and we allow it to ascend within our heart and raise us up vibrationally for our greatest and highest good. as we release ourselves of the conundrum of the world, the noise, the chaos, and the confusion, we step back into our light, our divinity, our truth, and our connection to source divine light energy of the highest and the purest. It is from this place of I am presence that we return to the calm, the clarity, and the wisdom that is ours, always connected, always anchored, always grounded, always balanced and harmonized for our greatest and highest good, and allowing all ascension that is meant and appropriate to raise us up vibrationally and recreate in the new world all that we are meant to live and experience through our soul's expression. As we let go, we allow. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Allowing for the violet flame to act as a sword of light, severing all energies that are no longer ours to be burdened with. Allowing for the purification and transmutation of all that is still lingering, all that is still taking space within us, all that we are still holding on to, and all that is still holding on to us. Thoughts, worries, fears, or emotions that are no longer in service to us or our ascension. It is safe now to bless it, heal it, clear it, transmute it, release it, and let it go. Deep breath in. And let it go. As I release all energy that is no longer in service to me and my highest good. I give myself permission to hold space and vibrational attunement and cellular restructuring of my own cellular imprints from my divine light work that I'm here to live, express, and experience for my highest good and that of all humanity. As we let go, we allow for this. Another deep breath in. Always of the highest, always of the purest, and so it is. Right hand over your heart, left hand over your solar plex. And so it is. Deep breath in. Okay, there we go. That's, if you have any kind of, I just got some, so if you have any kind of like little twinges or tweaks that you feel you need, just, they're going like this, they're rolling the shoulders. So, you know, let the energy come in and just roll it out, okay? If you need to move around right now, they're actually showing me hands. So there's a lot of energy that's coming in through the hands. So if you need to go like this through your hands and see the light coming out through the points of your fingers, there's lots of activation taking place right now, feeling a lot of shifting. So, you know, just allow it. Just allow it. Don't think of it. Don't look for it. Don't, I see it, I don't see it, I feel it, I don't feel it. Just forget it. Just whatever's meant to come in, whatever you're meant to receive, you'll receive. It's been asked.
Exactly. Be willing to receive. Allow yourself to receive. Get out of your head and stay in your heart, right?
Exactly.
Awesome. Good. Yay. How does everybody feel now? After that little clearing and lifting and clearing and prayer. Yeah. It's like, feels good. All right. So we're going to take some live caller questions. So
before we take the questions, I do want to talk about the way we're going to use the way we speak.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want
to,
no, I just want to tell everybody, we're going to take some live caller questions, so you can raise your hand. And can you take questions from the chat or no?
Yeah, I'll take.
Yeah. So you can type in your question in the chat, or you can raise your hand. But again, like we said before, quick one thing questions. Okay, one question, not a whole long story.
Actually, let's just, we could also just, if they want to ask something that they know is a repetitive pattern for them and how they want to change the way they word it so that they can open that door of allowance, okay? We can do that too. So if they know that there's something that they're saying, I'm always trying to be like this, but I end up being like that, or I'm always trying to do that, but I don't do like, or this never works for me. So we can look at the wording and just kind of share what it is, how they can recorrect the way that they say it.
Awesome.
If they want, that can be an option.
Yeah, so play with it, but just be in your heart space the best you can, okay? All right, so we're going to talk about the power of now and our thoughts and what we're creating, what we're manifesting, what's coming to fruition, what's not coming to fruition.
So we'll take someone on and we'll use how they speak as an example.
Yeah, and so there's not going to be any general readings or anything like that. It has to be a specific thing, okay? Specific question. So, all right, so let me see. So what about, this is an interesting question. Hold on, I lost it. Linda was asking, she wants to know the wording for opening the pineal gland.
Okay. Let me just see if they're going to give me an exact wording, because they usually do. Okay, so it always starts with, I give myself permission. Okay, so there's always the energy of flow and the energy of allowance. So I give myself permission, and what they're saying for her is to feel safe. So there's your pineal gland is your connection to source, right? It's your antenna to divine light energy. So when we feel like we have to, because we are connected with it, if we're anchored and grounded, our pineal gland is connected to source. So it would, then there's a little feeling that I'm getting that maybe she's not feeling safe to claim all of her abilities or gifts, okay? Because it certainly supercharges that and starts getting that unfolding. So I give myself permission to feel safe, reclaiming all that I am in all of my light, free of fear. And I allow my pineal gland to be fully activated within the parameters of what I am capable of receiving, and allowing every single unfolding to happen in perfect timing for me.
So you're going to have to go back and watch or listen to this again, because I'm not going to type it in. And I know like you're not going to get it all the first time. So.
And they're just saying it, right? So this is how they're saying it. So just go back and listen to it, record it, and record over and then you can write it down. But basically, if you were to just say, I give myself permission to receive, because with her, they're saying that she's a little fearful of stepping back into her gifts and abilities, so then it's, I give myself permission to receive and safe to let go of any fear that is not allowing me to make full connection with my pineal gland, and then trusting through my own governance to receive what is meant and appropriate for me. I allow. You close with I allow. This keeps the vibration open to be receptive to receive. Yeah.
Awesome. So that's something that, you're going to want to play with a little bit, but, use those phrases of I allow, I receive, it's safe. And that could be for everybody, actually. It's not just for Linda, it's for everybody. Okay. So be sure to, write that down afterwards and start using it. Okay. And see how you feel. Okay. All right. So lots of other stuff in here. Let's see. Anne, I'm assuming it's Anne, is asking about patterns of friendships that she has. I seem to be locking heads with friends.
Okay.
Locking horns.
Locking heads.
I think
locking horns with friends.
I think so.
So is it? Well, they're showing me differences of opinions. Like I'm right. So it's like both of them trying to prove who's right. It's about stepping back and believing what you believe to be right, and allowing them that same respect, and allowing that friendship to rise above your belief system. Now, if that belief system really is a strong belief system, and this person is like, I think you're crazy for thinking like this, well, you may want to reevaluate that friendship. If you're locking heads on belief systems, then you have to let everybody be where they choose to be. But if you're locking heads on upping each other, then you need to kind of maybe check in with what is it that you feel that you need to prove to somebody else that it has to come to that point of, So I would just check in with how she feels about herself, check in with who her friends are, and look at what the differences are, look at what brings them together, and look at what separates them. If there's a lot of things separating them and there's not very much bringing them together, maybe she's shifted into another vibration, and the vibration of her friendships is not as supportive as it used to be, and she has to lower her vibration to be with them. Or, maybe everybody's shifting right now. Everybody is. And a lot of us are letting go of people that it became problematic to be with them. There was a lot of butting of heads. There was a lot of drama, or there's a lot of, and you're going, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be in a place where there's ease and more flow, and I don't have to step into this. So she could be going through her own shifts, as could be her friends as well. I would just say check in with yourself first before pointing the finger. Check to see what's going on with you, if you've changed, and then look at who these friends are and decide for yourself, is this worth butting heads over? Or do we just let each other be where we are, and can we move forward? Or is it just a sign like this is time to maybe separate and go our own way? So just to become inner reflective. But when we fight all the time, it's because we're trying to prove ourselves. So I would say to stop proving yourself, be who you are, believe in who you are, and no one has to agree with you. Yeah. It's a lonelier road, but it's a good road.
Yeah, I agree. Heidi's asking how, and this might be the same type of answer as Linda's with the pineal gland, but how can I connect with source? I always get a pain in my head when I try.
Okay, well to do. It's so funny. I'm seeing 333. So, you know, you can get a lot of pains. You're moving energy. And when you're connecting to energy, it can be painful, or you can feel the kind of shifting, moving around. It's again, it's the feeling safe. So, you know, if you say that happens every time you try to connect, you're actually programming your brain to say, every time I connect, I get a pain. So here we go. Let's use these, how we learn to speak. Even though, we always start it, even though every time I try to connect, I always get a pain in my head, that's okay. This is a repetitive pattern I am willing to let go of. Take a deep breath in, release the energy. It is safe to connect to my pineal gland and source divine light energy, free of any kind of pain, stepping into all of my alignment and my clarity effortlessly. And so it is. Just say that. So if something happens and it's a recurring happening and you feel that it's blocking you from allowing, you can't say, oh, it's not going to happen anymore. Just say, even though it's always happened, even though this is a truth for me, we always have to acknowledge what's encumbering us. You know, just acknowledge it. Yeah, it's true. I get a pain every time I do it. I choose to release that belief system and let it go. It's not serving me. Let it go. You have to breathe it out and then say, I allow this to be easy. I allow the connection to be made free of pain. I allow. So you have to shift your mentality. It's like, no, every time I do this now, it's so easy. I connect so well. I get in so fast. And you say that every single day before you set up to do your alignment. And guess what's going to happen? It will be easy. It will fast, and you connect. Where you send your energy is what is going to go and is what is going to come back to you. You say it's going to be hard and painful. Guess what? It will. You say it's going to be easy and effortless. Guess what? It will. What you say decrees the outcome. Listen to this. What you say decrees the outcome. Your brain does not care if it is false or true. It doesn't know the difference. It simply follows the command. You say this is going to be really hard for me. You just won. You say it's going to be really easy for me. You just won. It's going to go whichever way you send it. Your thoughts, okay? Your brain sends the message through your nervous system, and it goes through every meridian point in your body, and your body responds to it. Okay? So if you're saying, yeah, I'm always doing this and it's not working for me, even though I always did this, and I know I'm doing this, and I'm trying to not do this, I'm choosing to let it go. Let it go. Breathe it out. It's safe to let this go. It's safe to let go of all old patterns that don't serve me, that don't support me, and that don't allow me to get the result that I want to receive. So I let go of all that isn't, or anything that's not serving me, whatever that is, conscious, subconscious, programmed from childhood, from parents, from teachers, from society, whatever it is. Letting it go. As I let go, I allow it to be this and this and this and this and this. And so it is. I allow, I allow, I allow. Now you let every single door of opportunity be open for you. And if you believe it can come back to you, if you believe like, okay, no, and I'm just going to be receiving this, but you have to hold the vibration that I know that if I send that out and I say every day this is happening for me, it will come back to you. That's the law of physics. This isn't magic here. The law of physics. But you know what I love? They call spelling. And it is spelling. You are casting spells. You are creating with these words. And when people become very conscientious of how they speak, and I'm going to say this because this is important. When you say something, you're like, I shouldn't have said that. Just say, even though I just said that and I don't want to say that, I choose to retract that now. Transmute. Clear it, release it, let it go. Just clear it. Clear the energy. Transmute. Clear it, release it, let it go. I allow for this instead. Go back onto what you will allow, release it, I allow. So anytime you catch yourself saying something that you shouldn't, you can transmute it immediately. Clear it immediately, but you have to take the breath. This is the key. We're talking about vibration. Negative thoughts hold a vibration within us. Positive thoughts hold a vibration within us. If there's a lot of negative thoughts, it pulls our vibration down. There's a lot of positive thoughts, it pulls our vibration up. If we want positive things to come into our life, guess where we have to be? In a higher vibration. But if we're down here with our negative thoughts and we're sending out all these, we're not lined up. So you're like, well, how do I get rid of all those negative thoughts? By releasing them vibrationally through the breath, one exhalation at the time, so that every thought, oh God, Safe to let that go. Breathe it out. Another thought. Oh, okay, safe to let that go. What do you do? Boom, 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 boom. Now you're back up here. Now you're back in alignment to the receiving of what it is that you want. So this is how people can say, oh shit, I didn't mean to say that. Okay. Clear it. Breathe it out. This is how we move energy through the breath.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Wow, that was so powerful. You're all gonna have to go back and watch this again, because like there's so much wisdom and so much information. But one of the things you had mentioned, and I'm glad John is asking this question, what if you do not know what your subconscious programs are? How do we release the unknown?
Because because you know when you say something that is defeating you. You're going for a job interview. You're all excited. You on paper are everything that they are asking for, okay? And you're all excited. You've prepared. You're going in. And then just before you go in, you're driving into the car and you say, you know, I'm not going to get it. Every time this happens, I get all excited. I get all worked up. And then just before I go, and so he just shifted whatever vibrational he was lined up with, he just left the building. Guess what's going to happen? Now it's a 50-50 that he gets the job because he's just redirected the energy. It never works for me. Guess what? That energy just went that way, and that can be coming back to you. So anytime that you do something that you know is a repetitive pattern, because we do know what our repetitive patterns are, we do them regularly. And you can just say, I give myself permission to become more aware of my repetitive patterns, or any pattern of self-sabotage that I do subconsciously that is derailing me from my ideal alignment and my highest vibration. Whatever that is, aware or unaware, it is safe to let it go. Take a deep breath in. With the energy of today, they don't want you to sit there and go and peel back and look and search. They're like, fuck that. You know what? You know you want to release it? Go in. Pull it up. It's done. Everything is in present time. This is why they, call it the power of now. I am not kidding. The energy that we have at our service on our planet right now is insane. And this kind of energy, this power of energy, the vibration of this energy has never been able to come down to the physical plane like this. And it's because we as light workers have raised ourselves up to meet with it. And so it's to just continually release and let go of any energy that is not allowing you to make your full ascension, for whatever that means to you. But you want to be in your full vibratory alignment. Why? Because when you are in full vibratory alignment to all of your gifts and abilities, you are an antenna for abundance in every area of your life. In present time, if your thoughts are always happy thoughts, good thoughts. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's going to work. Don't know what this day is going to be like, but I'm going to make it wonderful. I get up every morning, every single morning, because they have been telling me since last fall. So for a year now, ask for miracles and remind everyone to ask for miracles. They're abundant now, but we're living in a world that seems so black and dark that we're so engrossed with that we're not looking at the other side of the coin. And there's more vibrational light support energy than there is darkness, but the focus is all on the darkness, unfortunately. Yeah. And so they're asking every light worker who is in a higher vibration, who's able to look at it, detach from it and say, yeah, I see, but I'm still going on this way. And they hold that vibration and they hold that light, and they're allowing that truth, that divine light energy, not only be connected, but you're holding a vibration that when other people are, they'll move into that higher vibration as well. And then connections start to get made, awarenesses start to get made, ascension starts to take place. And this is the ascension that we as light workers are actually coming in this present time to be in service for exactly that. All light workers on the planet, and I say this all the time, we are all light workers, but I mean, there are some very particular light workers that are here holding vibrational space for the betterment of humanity. I always say the embetterment. I'm sure it's not a word, but I have a dictionary of words that are just mine. I'm adding it to it. I like it. There you go.
So hopefully that I think that makes sense, John. And I think so, definitely. And I think it's important to even sometimes, because sometimes we get stuck in the subconscious, the programs and thoughts, the unconscious programs and thoughts, and it keeps us stuck. But it's like sometimes we know what our patterns are, We know what we say all the time. We know, how we sabotage ourselves, right? We know that because we do it over and over again. So Bianca is asking, would clearing and releasing it, like you're talking, and letting go work for resentment?
Oh my God, yes. Yes, absolutely. It works for anything at all. But resentment, there's a lot of resentment, like right now in the world. It's tangible, okay? And it's creating a lot of anger. It's creating a lot of, anger. And I'm watching it turn into arthritis for a lot of people, okay? Because it becomes a pushed down. Resentment is a deep-seated anger. And it's something that we hold on to, So you don't want it to turn into any kind of, disjointed or, because it's arthritis is an internalized anger. That's what arthritis is. It's something that has not felt safe to be released, or you didn't feel like you could talk about it, or you felt like it was out of your control, but something you could do about it. But there's this push down feeling like this, I have no control over this. And so it's to just acknowledge it once again, even though I'm holding on to this resentment, even I'm not even sure what created the resentment, how long I've been holding on to, or what it is even doing there. I give myself permission to release and let go of all that is taking space within my physical form, my thoughts, my minds, my body, and my feelings that are no longer in service to me. Anything that is absent, in search, or in need of the light, that is depleting me mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Anything that I'm aware of in terms of frustration, any repressed anger, hurt. They're saying there's loss for her, loss and emotional abuse. So whatever it is that I was wronged with, that I have not let go of, that I have not released, that was not corrected, it may never be. That's okay. I simply choose to release and let go of all that I'm holding on to that is no longer in service to me. And you take a deep breath in and you let it go. And then you say, it's safe to let go. We have to tell our body, we're talking to the brain. The brain is signaling through your meridian points, and the meridian points will listen to what you say to do. If you were to just say, get up every morning and just say, I give myself permission to let go of all that is not in service to me for my highest good. Just say that. And I allow for everything that is in alignment with my divine truth, my divine light, my divine essence, my divine gifts, my divine abilities, my divine ease, my divine flow, whatever this day can hold for me, and all the magic it contains and all the miracles that await me, I allow. And you just do that every single day, releasing what is not mine, getting up, and I don't want to do the same things again. So whatever patterns I keep doing that I'm not conscious of, make that statement right in your morning. Safe to let go. Because as you say it's safe to let go, the body softens with the breath. And we hold on to energy with tightness. So as an example, when people are really stressed or overwhelmed, they usually don't breathe well. They usually breathe from the very top of their lungs, and the energy doesn't go all the way down to the lower casing of your lung. And this is actually where you hold stored emotions, in the lower casing of the lung, which is why it's really important to do your breathing, before you want to connect, before you want to ground, because you want to open up that lung to its maximal capacity so that you can lift and clear everything that you are holding on to vibrationally that is taking space but not serving you, and let it go. And what happens is, as you let go, you will expand, your lungs will be able to receive more, and then you're taking in more light energy, and then of course that's just going to raise you up vibrationally. And when you're in a higher place, and I just choose to feel good, I choose to feel jovial. I had a moment last night, something happened here with the whole COVID-19 thing. And I saw what they were doing, and I lost it for about 20 minutes because I'm so aware of how wrong it is what they're doing. And I'm like, man, are we not going to get ahead? When are people going to wake up? And I was really, really angry that this is not being resolved yet. And I watched myself blow up, literally, almost like as I was watching me. And then all of a sudden I said, oh, no. This is exactly what they're trying to do. Lower all those beautiful light workers that are trying to stay in a higher vibration to not let this touch them. And I stepped right back into it. I took the entire thing, grabbed it, and said, no. you don't get me. And I stepped back into my light. I moved right back up. Within 20 minutes, I was in the most calm and serene place. And I was like, wow. So it's to see things that trigger you, see things that piss you off, see things that hurt you, frustrate you, make you feel helpless, like, oh, not again. And just go, breathe in, extract the energy. Because if you hold that thought has a vibration, you keep thinking that thought, you keep holding that vibration, and now it's dictating where you are vibrating at. And you want to be up here. So if it's not up here, get it out. So it's safe to let go. It's safe to let go. And then when you let it go, you say, I give myself permission. Say allowance to release all that is not mine. And then whatever it is that you want, whatever you're setting your intention for, as I let go, I allow. The I allow keeps the door open to receive. You don't want to say I need, and you don't want to say I want, say I allow. You know, if this is possible for me, this or anything more. And I always add that, this or anything more. So I think this would be great for me, but if you have better plans, I'd like to see them. So I'm always, this or anything more than this, I allow, I allow. And it's this game we start to play. Now, why is this so important? Why do I want to come on and talk to you and say it's important how you speak? Because we are in the process of recreating the new world with the energy that is being given to us. And our thoughts and where we place them and our intentions and how we hold them and how we speak and how we act and how we think is impacting and creating our future. So we don't like what's happening in the world. We don't like what's going on. This will not be my scenario. This will not be my truth. This will not be my conversation today. Mm-hmm. I'm going this way. And I'm talking about this, and I'm allowing for that. They're reminding every human being of their power to shift the world. And it is through every human being's vibration, thoughts, and actions that this will take place by default.
Yeah,
flow
absolutely.
Of energy. And so it's to remind you, you know, that, well, what's one person? Everything. Everything. Mm-hmm. So that's the power of one. That's the power of now. That's the power of vibration. That's the power of being anchored and grounded. 1, 2, 3, 4. The simplest things, the easiest things, but it is a game changer on how you live. And if you want to hold, you know, if you want to live, you know, you want to have the best relationships and the best friendships and the best lover or husband and children, whatever it is. Now, I know firsthand, you know, I can think and say what I think, and I have other people that completely disagree with me. All right. I had to learn how to navigate through that, you know, and let people be where they are. You know, it's hard, depending on who the person is. If you love somebody very much, you really want them to understand you. Mm-hmm. But even at that, you know, we are learning through our own experiences how to let go. And as you let go, you allow. And as I release, I trust. And as I step into the truth that is me, even if I don't know what that is, even if I don't understand all of it, but when you reconnect and you realign, you're in your highest vibration of the beauty that is you. You can't go wrong. This is what people need to understand.
Absolutely. Thank you. Wow. Amazing. I'm like, I have no questions. You know, it's like, I'm just going to have to go back and transcribe every single word that you just said.
Sorry.
Right, Bianca? She's going to have to transcribe every single word that you just said. So yes, it is possible to clear resentment, etc.
Anything.
Okay.
You can clear anything. It's because people will not let go of things that they either want it resolved, or they want to be apologized to, or they want to see retribution, or they want to see it fixed. And you're like, all right, but how long are you willing to wait for that? Because the other person, now you're dependent on another human being, and they may or may not give you that apology that you want. So how long do you want to wait? And you know what? You don't have to. So the body is always ready to let go of anything energetically that does not feel good, that does not allow you to feel sound, whole, and complete, okay? When there is a dis-ease within the body, it wants to release it. This is when people start to get sick. Your body starts to give you little signs. It's little signs of dis-ease. And then when we just ignore it, that little sign will get a little bit louder. And sometimes by the time it is so loud that we pay attention to it, it could have manifested into something quite serious. So a dis-ease is when the body is not in alignment with all of your truth. Mm-hmm. Right? So it's just to listen to that dis-ease and then say, whatever is not serving me, it's safe to let it go. And if there's a situation that you know is depleting you or making you angry or making you frustrated, and it's because that, well, he's not giving me the money or he did, and you're going to wait the rest of your life for that person to figure it out. Well, okay, but you don't have to. The body will release anything that is not in service to you, because it prevents you from being in full alignment, full vibrational attunement, highest vibrational capacity. It's keeping you down. Let it go.
Let it go.
It doesn't have to be,
go. Yeah.
Yeah, it does not have to be fixed in order to be released. But in the release, the irony is that it becomes fixed. You know when they say let go and let God? Whenever there's an issue that I can't find a solution for, I immediately lift it up to higher hands. I'm like, here you go. Here's another one. I send a lot of stuff up. Release on the higher hands. You know, I can't. And the more we struggle in our head, of course, the more we lower ourselves vibrationally. Mm-hmm. So anything that I have to struggle with, I'm like, no. Here you go. And please bring it back to me with the clarity when I'm ready to receive it. It's, you start playing this game with the energy, with the world, with the support that is there for us. It's there for us, folks. I'm not lying. You know, I wouldn't waste my time pretending. You can't pretend this stuff anyways, you know, but it's there in service to us, but we have to allow for it and align to it. And we have to give ourselves permission to release what is not in service to us. And it is through the breath. That's shifting the vibration out, and then being cognitive of how you speak. And if you make a mistake, okay, transmute it, release it, let it go. Mm-hmm. And I allow for this and go back to what you want it to be. So you can always fix it, you know? Not fix, but correct. Thank you. Correct. Just think correct.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. I just got to see you. What is this? Are you Bianca?
I am Bianca, and I was working last few days on resentment and why I might still have resentment towards keeping me down. And this answers everything. Actually, can
beautiful.
I just get let go and let God.
It's pretty much that's what it is.
Yeah,
you know?
because I'm trying to get myself out of this. And you know, I've been stuck for a couple of years now.
Okay, so here we go.
Better,
2 words. I'm trying to. Do you want to keep trying?
No.
Okay. It's safe to let go of anything that is keeping me stuck. Yeah.
It's safe to let go of anything that's keeping me stuck. Thank you.
Aware or unaware, conscious or subconscious, doesn't matter. I don't care. Whatever is keeping me stuck. That is not in alignment to me, not in service to me, that is lowering me, depleting me, not allowing me to step into all of my gifts, all of my abilities, all that I am, whatever that is.
Whatever that is, I let go. And I let go.
Take a deep breath in. Gather it. Now breathe it out. And so when you feel these emotions, if there's a lot of it, keep breathing until you feel you've lifted it. And then you say, I'm done.
I'm done. Thank you.
Because they are here in current time, and they lift everything in current time. What decrees how much they can lift is how much you're willing to release.
I can feel that actually.
Yeah. And if we are willing to release it all, it's done like that. They can't come in and take more than what you're willing to let go of, because again, that's your autonomy, that's your free will. Okay?
Yep.
But whatever you're saying, fuck this, I'm done, sorry, and I'm moving on, take it all. Because your body will never release what is in service to you, what will support you. And sometimes we have to go through difficult things that are lessons for us, that are important for us to learn. So you might see it as a bad thing, but some things might be kept because there's a learning thing for you there that you will grow from, and it will make a big difference for you. So it's about not seeing it as good or bad, or this was a bad thing. This was an experience that I had major growth in. You know, like you'll hear people that went through really difficult times, and hindsight, they're like, wow, that was actually a blessing for me. Why would they see it so bad in one point? Because they have a peripheral vision of what happened from that experience and how they gained through it. And so their understanding is really different. So you're just saying to your body, whatever is not in service to me.
Yes, thank you.
Let it go. And that could be for anything, any feeling, any emotion, any situation, anything that you're entangled with, emotional entanglement, conundrum in the mind that is locking you.
I don't know, I have to understand it, I just let it go.
Let it go. Let it. I go like this, actually. I go and I take it out. Like, I'm like, oh, no. And I go in and I grab it. I do a lot. I'm very physical. So I use my hands and I'll shake it out like, and I will see purple, transmutative purple, like, and
Oh, wow,
so
that started yesterday too.
there you go.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
so
so
welcome.
much.
You're
Awesome.
welcome.
Thank you, Bianca. And if you happen to transcribe all that stuff that she told you, send it to me, okay?
That's not what she does for work.
No, but you know, she might. So, you know, in case she does that, it's like, send it to me.
Yeah. Well, when I work one-on-one with a client, then they'll just come in and do all, you know, they do all the wording, and it's just designed for that very particular person. So it's amazing when you watch the shifting take place when it's one-on-one, but they can do it in numbers like this too. It's just a little more generalized, you know?
Yeah. So do you want to take some live, like people who are on the, you know,
Sure.
want to unmute? All right. So I'm just telling you all really quick, because I don't want to be here until, you know, like 11.
Okay.
I don't want to be here for 2
I'm
hours.
letting them know too. It's going to be quick.
Yeah, I don't want to be here for, I mean, if people think I want to be here for like hours and hours, I don't. I can't sit for that long.
No,
So
no, no, no.
please keep it quick. And all right, go ahead, Maria. If you still have your question, go ahead and unmute yourself. I sound so mean, but it's like I can't sit for 2 hours.
You don't have to be
Thank you,
like,
thank
no.
you, thank you, thank you.
You're not me. Hi.
Hi, Maria.
Hi.
This is great. This has been so sweet.
Wonderful.
I know. I think it's a repetitive question, but it's you just answered it. Lack, limitation, find.
Okay, you know what? Maybe just stay still because you're moving.
Limited thought.
Yeah,
Okay,
we missed
stop moving.
we missed that, Maria. We heard
Stop
lack,
moving, stop
limitation, and that's it.
Limit. Yeah, lack, limitation that it's affecting my personal life, like with opportunity and just lack. I notice it. It's in my saying that it's not going to happen, like wanting something and keeping myself there, but then I give up on myself and I just.
So it's the underlying belief. Okay, so it's always the underlying belief that wins. So I'm also going to tell you something. You can't put a positive over a negative. So in your brain, the negative is stronger. Okay, so it's going to overpower the positive thought. You have to nullify the negative. You have to transmute that. So you have to, like when I do tapping, I do tapping to correct brain where we do patterns that are repetitive patterns that work against us. You actually have to bring that feeling, that thought, that emotion or belief to a 0 point field where the cell no longer has an emotional attachment to it. Once you've cleared the emotional attachment, then you can imprint a positive one. So all you need to do is say, even though I still know I hold on to this belief system of lack, and you can say all the different areas of your life that you hold it in, how you see it, how it's affected you, what it has done, what it has not allowed. As I acknowledge this, it is safe to let go. As I acknowledge this, it is safe to let go. And as you let go of each one, make a list.
Okay.
And as you say, I give myself permission to let go. Say the word, and then as I let go, I allow for. So in the list of positives, if you weren't thinking this anymore, this was no longer the false truth, what would be the thing that you'd like to hold in its place? So if we're clearing on a cellular level, and you're saying, I don't want it to carry that energy anymore. I want it to carry this. So you have to release it. Again, understanding the power is within you. They're there to be in service to you, but you have to let it go. So even though this has always shown up as lack for me, even though there's always been scarcity, even though I've never had all the money I wanted, that's okay. It's safe to let it go. Take a deep breath in. Release it. As I let go, I allow for all of the prosperity, all of the abundance, and all of the financial flow that can be facilitated, that is in alignment with my own soul's blueprint, all that I've come here to live, express, and experience for my highest good in the abundance of every area of my life. I allow. And then you take another deep breath in again, and you release that out again. And so it is. And so it is, and so it is. So it's to get this kind of communion of speaking within yourself, that when you catch yourself in the negative imprinting or feelings, just stop, press pause. I always say, think of a big red pause button and go, whoops, I caught it. pull it out vibrationally. Even though I just did that again, I can't believe I just did that again. I just cleared this 5 minutes ago, and here it is again. That's okay. I'm going to call it every time it comes forward. Safe to let this go again. I don't do this anymore because we're really going in and reprogramming the brain. But we have to lift the emotional entanglement that holds the truth. And this is when you need to go deeper, and you could work one-on-one with me and look at the things that created these false beliefs or these false truths. But this is just a quick way for you when you catch it and you catch the behavioral pattern and just redirect it so it doesn't keep lowering you. Because again, it's dictating your vibration, which again dictates if the abundance is up here and your vibration is down here, you're not in alignment with your abundance.
No.
It's all one. People need to understand. It's not just how you speak, it's to hold the vibration to be the recipient of how you speak. And how do you get into vibration? By aligning to you and connecting to you every day, and to source every day, and to your gifts every day. It's like you want to fly somewhere, you got to get in the plane. Get in your cockpit, sit in your seat, turn all your buttons on and say, let's go. Whatever I'm meant to live and experience in this day, I allow. And that it be in abundance, that it be in flow, that it be in my creativity, that it be in my gifts, that it be in the effortlessness that is me. Because when we are in our alignment with our gifts, we are the most effortless beings. Everything we do with ease is natural to us, right? Stop doing the things that aren't natural to you. Let them go and allow for more ease, allow for more. So it's all connected, you know, but for any kind of lack, make a list of what you see as lack. And one by one, clear it and release it. Clear it and release it. And as you release it, have the thing you want in its stead and say, as I let go of this, I allow for this. And I always say this or anything more. Well, you never want to cap energy. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I hope that helps you. I'm trying to keep them short. That's it.
Thank you, Maria.
All right. How soon can we work with you? How soon can we work with you for a tap-in or for the special?
You can contact me. You can contact me. Like Alara has all my coordinates. Yeah. But you can go through Alara to contact me. Yeah.
I will.
But she's just wondering, like, is it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months? You know?
Right now, I've had such a crazy busy summer with all these telesummits that I'm trying to start bookings now. End of October.
End of October.
Mid to end of month. You can start booking. Like I'm trying to keep it. Yeah, it's been crazy, but you know, mid October I'm taking bookings again because I'm booked up.
So that gives you some time to work with what you just got right now, Maria. Okay.
Yeah, I will.
You can book it now. You can book it now to get in.
I'll do that.
Awesome.
I'll do
that. I have 2 more summits coming up. So you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. And that was great for everybody who has any questions around lack, abundance, prosperity, that kind of stuff, right? So that's a general one for everybody.
For anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Pat, do you want to ask your question? Do you want to unmute yourself?
Hello, Donna-Marie. Thank you so much.
Hello, Pat.
All your wisdom. This is wonderful.
Thank you.
Is there a message for me?
Ah, there we go. See, this is what Lara's like, no, you get clear. What is it that you need? What is it that you're looking for? What is it that you'd like to know?
Yeah, there's no general messages.
A message in regard to my heart chakra.
Your heart chakra.
What about it? What about it?
Is there something in the back of the heart that needs to be cleared?
Again, that's a yes answer.
I do have a question.
Hang on, because they do have something for her. This is a bit of a loose, but they're saying to you, Patricia, that it's old wounds, old resentments, and it's old. Okay, so they're showing me your mother. So that feels like this is parental, and this is like since you're very young. Okay, an upbringing, the way you were brought up, it wasn't alignment or congruent with who you are. Resentment, because I feel like you didn't get to do liver experience, all that you thought you were going to do liver experience, or there were people that kind of held you back in some ways. Again, you had your free will and you allowed it, but now when you're where you are now, you're kind of looking at it going, damn it. Okay, it's to release the people. They're saying, but there's a definitely strong female female energy. So I don't know if it's your mom, it's someone who really had kind of a control over you, okay? Didn't allow you to get your voice or your expression heard. So they were very controlling, and the resentment is still there. I'm going to tell you, this is ancestral patterning. So she's saying that this is how she was raised and brought up. And I feel like she went through a difficult upbringing. And I feel like her mother went through a very, very difficult upbringing. So I feel like her mother was in the war, and that there was a lot of lack and a lot of scarcity and no emotion. Okay. So emotions weren't sad. It was very, everything was quiet and kept in and kept down. So, all right. So whatever you are still holding on to in your heart, okay, that has not been resolved, make your peace with it. Yes. Give your heart permission to release it. There's a healing energy that needs to take place for you and your mom, and she will be healed from this energy as well. Just because you've passed from your physical form, she's still physical, she's alive vibrationally. And the healing is for the both of you. Good. Good. Okay.
I actually got this information. You're verifying. Someone else shared with me too.
Oh, beautiful. Well, that's good. So you're getting confirmation.
I've been trying to send love to it, and forgiveness, and just gold light and love, and releasing it in my breath and letting.
No, they say that you have to honor the sadness it created.
Okay, honor the sadness. Okay.
How it made you feel.
Okay.
And how long you allowed it. You're mad at yourself.
Okay.
Okay. So let go of all forms of self-punishing, internalizing it. You think about it quite a lot, actually.
Wow.
And for you to have your say, you didn't get to speak. Don't release it until you have your say. They're showing me amethyst. I would lie down on my bed, and they say to have a conversation with your mother, call her forward.
Okay.
To listen. To listen.
Okay.
And to put amethyst on your throat to allow for the facilitation and the release, the purification and the transmutation of all energy that is no longer yours to be burdened with. This is a healing for your own heart, and that allow that little girl, that joyful, joyful little girl that was snuffed at such a young age, bringing her forward again, allowing her to come back. I don't know if you're an artist or if you do something creatively, but I feel like whatever you could do creatively will let this little girl's joy come back to life again. She needs to bounce back, okay? Don't look at your age, don't look at your body, don't look at your physical form. Don't let it fool you to that effervescence that you have that has not really been given all of her full expression in this timeline, this lifetime. Give it to her now. There's a lot she wants to do. She's going to direct you. She's going to tell you what she wants to do. She's very playful. So just sit with yourself, have that conversation, call your mom in and say all the things that you didn't feel safe to say, you weren't allowed to say, how it hurt you, why it hurt you, free of blame. It's not about punishment, or it's about just expression and let it go. And you'll lift your own, you'll clear it yourself. It's for you to be heard. And they say she only needs to say this once, and it's done. And it's done. And as I let go, I allow for full and complete healing of my heart. And I ask for all other women in my family bloodline, in all other timelines where this was the same repetitive pattern. It's safe to go down my entire bloodline from the beginning of time and allow for the purification, transmutation of every other woman, child, or soul that was affected in the same way, that allowing the raising my voice to raise the voice of all others and allowing all others to be healed and cleared as well. As I let go, I allow for this, and so it is. Take a deep breath in. So it's ending a pattern.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Go play.
Yes.
have fun with that, Pat. All right.
May I ask something?
1 second. Hold on. 1 second. Go ahead, Maria.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. I have been in a situation many years already in the same situation. and I don't know if I'm very stupid or I don't know. I don't want to. Yes, I feel guilty, and people, they say, "What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You want to come down to the floor, under the floor? What do you want? Why are you waiting for?" But I feel guilty about it, and I wanna. Maybe you can tell me something about this,
But you feel guilty of what?
about my relation. I don't want to leave him, but I have a lot of reasons to leave him. But
So with your partner, your
yes,
relationship with your partner.
yes, yes, it's very heavy.
They're
very
actually,
heavy.
they're saying before you leave anyone, return to yourself.
Excuse me?
Return. Before you leave anyone, return to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You need to reconnect to who you are. Feel like you've gotten lost along the way. So they're saying reconnect to who you are, what you are, all of your joys, all the things you like to do. And if he's still there after you've made that reconnection, that realignment, that's fine. And if he's not, so be it. You keep putting your life on hold. Stop.
Yeah.
It's your life. It's going to end, you know. I mean, not to be mean, but we all come in and we all go back out. We go somewhere else. But, you know, don't use him as an excuse is what they're saying, actually.
Excuse me?
Don't use him as an excuse to not take the reins of your own life. Take the reins, they're saying. Start leading your own life. Start being accountable for your own happiness. Don't make him dependent of your happiness or your fortitude or your abundance. Like they go reclaim your life and then see where he is within all of this. But stop using his behavior and who he is as a door blocker for you. Trust, they're saying trust. You have all that you need. Trust in yourself, they're saying. This is about you reclaiming your light, my love.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
That's a great direct message. You know, you're responsible for your life, so take the reins. Okay.
Well, as long as we make someone else accountable for our misery, we don't feel like we have to take action.
And that's for everybody. That's not just
it's
for
dependent
Maria.
on them. He has to change. He's got to be nicer. And I'm waiting. Stop waiting. You know.
Yeah. Awesome.
You got to take accountability. If you want life to change, you have to create a change. You know, change doesn't come without change.
Nope. Sean, do you want to share? Do you want to unmute yourself, Sean?
Hi.
There she is.
Hey!
Hello.
How are you?
I'm so good.
Yes, I love you so much. I cannot even tell everybody how amazing you are.
Oh,
just off the bat.
Thank you.
But
thank you.
in the beginning, you're welcome. My son, in the beginning of July, caught COVID and went into a coma. And on the third day in the coma, I was like besides myself. And I listened to an activation, the same one we did today, I believe. I'm not positive, but
Today's different just because it's them doing it each time, but similar.
Similar, okay. And I don't even know how I got to her, or it just popped up and I listened. I hadn't eaten, I hadn't slept in days, I was a mess. Listened to it, I stood up, I did the activation, and in my mind it was like, send angels to James. So I sent everybody to James. I called in my power, I sent them to James in his hospital bed, and within a few hours he crashed. And since the hospitals were closed down, I was not allowed to be at the hospital, but they called me to tell me to come because he wasn't going to make it. And in my heart, I was okay. I was like, my angels are there. It's okay. Everything's fine. We're good. This is happening for me, not to me. And I got up there and there's a whole team of doctors and nurses outside of his ICU COVID room. And they're all crying, they've got masks on, and I just feel this giant, heavy cloud that they think he's going to die. And my being shot out of my body, jumped out, waved out, and pushed all of that dark energy away from James, and my being like bubbled out and collected James into me. And 2 days later, I had a voice in my head that told me to put him into a green healing temple. And the most amazing thing happened. The next day, he woke up from his coma. And he was in ICU for 3 weeks. He's home, but he's still recovering. But he had been in total organ failure. He was on life support. He was getting dialysis. Had I not done this activation, when I had gone up to that second floor and saw those doctors crying, that energy would have crushed me and would have completely disabled me in so many ways. I'm like shaking as I tell this.
I'm feeling it.
I would not have been okay. And I would not have been able to stand in my power. And I reached out to Donna-Marie about 2.5 months after this happened to let her know what had happened. And I had taken my son to the cardiologist a couple weeks ago, and he cried. He was like, he was not supposed to make it. And he cried literal tears. And he's like, I don't know how he lived, but I do. And it was because of this woman that helped me. So thank you.
Of the entire team that helped you. And I'm grateful. It all came into perfect timing. But I'm just going to say to everybody listening that when I heard from Sean, she was trying to find ways to find me to let me know what had taken place. So it was a telesummit that I had done in July, and I had no idea that this had happened. And she sent me through Messenger, and I dismissed it because there was just one picture, and I'm thinking, oh, it's spam. So I didn't listen to it. And so she was trying to find me through all these different other modalities. And then when I responded to her, it was like, brrr. And she was thanking me. And I said to her, as I was reading the entire story, I said, what you need to understand is you took your power. It was not me. And this is why when she came on today, she saw my thing and she goes, oh, I'm going to come and listen to you. I'm like, oh, that's great. And then I was like, you know what? You should share your story, because the whole reason I do these telesummits is to remind everybody of their personal power and how powerful you can be if you believe it. And you were in a position where you felt empowered and you used the empowerment, and this is what happens. And then when they say, and that day on that summit, they had said to me, remind everybody on this call that the miracles are there. You need to believe in them, but they're there for anyone who believes in it. Align with it, vibrationally align to it. And so she used it. She used the energy, she aligned to it, she embodied it, and this is what happens. And so I said, please share, because it's important for people to understand that this is something that every person has the ability to do. When they are connected in alignment, there is magic that is tangible and present for everyone. Not for some that are just connected like me that do this for a living, but for everyone who believes it is possible, it is.
Yeah, as soon as you said it, I was like, oh yeah, oh yes, okay, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And all of his doctors, all of his labs are perfect. His liver is a little elevated, but his heart function is back to normal. His kidney function is back to normal. They had been talking in the hospital about brain damage, about a heart monitor, dialysis for the rest of his life. He doesn't have any of that, and
oh my God, yeah,
beautiful.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's just amazing.
And I have goosebumps all the time every time I tell the story to somebody, because I know that it from you, it transferred to me, and I was able to push it out.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Sean.
Beautiful story. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for your son. And
for you.
The timing of it all was, it obviously was intended for him to also rise up through all of this. But it's a beautiful reminder to every single person on this call of their own ability.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that with me, beautiful.
Thank you.
For finding me. She had a hard time.
Well, I started the Facebook just to find you. That was why there was one picture.
I love it.
Wow.
I love it. Well, it worked. Here we are.
Yeah. Glad you're here, Sean. Good job.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
sharing, hon. Thank you.
Anytime.
And so, people are asking, what is the activation? Well, the activation was, similar to what Donna-Marie did at the beginning, right? And basically saying, I'm letting go of this and I'm allowing this into my life. I'm letting go of this that no longer serves me and I'm allowing this, right? Or more or better.
Well, the activation, is when I do that prayer in the beginning. This is when energy comes in and spirit comes in. So I preset activation. I do my alignment and my grounding and my meditation before any summit call. I do the same thing for every one-on-one. So whether I work in a group, whether it's a Zoom call or whether it's one-on-one, I don't come on cold. I'll get up and do my own personal grounding in the morning, but I do a 15-minute activation prior to getting on the call for every single client. So I actually call in my team, the light workers and the support teams that I work with, and then I call on your team. So everyone has their own vibrational team. Doesn't matter if they believe it or not, but they do. And so it's a lot easier for me to get a lot of the information that will serve them because your team knows you very well. So I don't have to spend all that time gathering. I invite them to come forward and I ask whatever is meant to be brought forward for their highest truth, their highest good. So then when the client is on the call, then I do the activation where we ask for the lifting and the clearing. We bring in the violet light for transmutation, and we allow that vibrational energy to start raising them up vibration. So then now they're in the attunement to receive whatever they're meant to receive. And I don't know what that is. I am here as a facilitator. I'm holding space. They're always something, they call me Wi-Fi. It's like my nickname with my team, because we just need your Wi-Fi, and through you, we're going to facilitate this energy. And so I go into I do the due diligence that I need to do to set it up. And then I let everything come through for that client. But it's that kind of, when I do these calls, like we went to in the beginning, and I do that prayer, I call it the activational prayer, whatever you want to call it. But that's when I line up and then I let them come in vibrationally and move. So today it was with Archangel Michael, because September 29th happens to be, the feast for Archangel Michael, and that the vibration that he's bringing into the physical realm right now is very, very high vibrational energy. So that's the energy I wanted to bring into the call. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't even know. I never know. Like I find out things after, just like Sean. She reached me 2 months later and she said, I have to tell you what happened from that. And, I was like, well, there you go. The proof is in the pudding, that when you anchor to that and you hold it, it becomes now your activation, So it's just reminding everybody of their own power. This is what people need to be reminded of, because we are in a crisis right now in the world where there are powers that are being imposed upon us. So we have to know and reclaim your own power, your own morals, your own rights, and stand for them. So we're being asked to rise to the challenge.
Yeah, and we can do it. We can rise to the challenge.
We are doing it. We are doing it.
we are powerful beings. We can do this. So awesome, good. So because we're talking right now about how you work, Donna-Marie. Let me just tell everybody, if you for the special offer, it's basically a 30-minute personal session with Donna-Marie for 111. All right, so if you want to look at the special offer page, you can go to alara.at/show/Donnie9. If you're on the live page, you can just click on special offer. But it's basically a 30-minute personal one-on-one session with Donna-Marie for 111. And so it's basically what we did today, like the activation that she did at the beginning, and then whatever else you require. And basically it's going to be your team and her team working together to bring you what you require, not what you think you require. And sometimes, you may not know, what that is even, right?
But I want to do it more in alignment with what we're talking about. So for people to come on and say, this is an issue for me, just like Maria said, for lack and my things. So we'll, since we're on the call for 30, let's clear. So bring on the call your problems, your blocks, the self-sabotage, or unable to move forward. I think I'm in my gift. I'm not getting the full 100% return. What's blocking me? So with that support system, they're going to come in and they'll do what they do, lift, clear, transmute, whatever. And then we'll, try to work on that one specific thing. And then I'll give them the tools to show them how to maintain it, but it's about lifting false belief patterns. So the one-on-one is really kind of just to zero in. Don't come with, You know, some people call on 101, God bless them, for 30 minutes, and they have a list the length of their arm. I'm like, choose one.
Yeah.
I said, let's do one properly, you know, and do that. So
yeah, exactly.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm also giving the prayer. I have a prayer of intention that's included for anyone who does the one-on-one. They get the prayer of intention with it. And this is a prayer of intention. So everything that I write, just so that you know, it's all through spirit. Okay. I channel through writing. I do automatic writing. Every program that I do, that I offer to my clients, have all been channeled through spirit. I do have a YouTube channel, and when I go on YouTube, it's spirit that comes in and shares whatever they feel they need to say. So I really am a conduit to let them come forward and share what they want to talk about. And this is the same thing. This was a prayer of intention that I created actually for a client who was going through a difficult time. And it was so all encapsulating. I thought, oh, that's a good prayer to keep, that you get up every morning, and when you do your anchoring and grounding, you do your alignment, you hold the intention, you say this prayer, and it basically caps everything that you'd like to have for yourself. It's short, it's not long, but you'll get that prayer with it as well. So it's a great way to, you know, like a daily prayer, allowing for the full abundance of your life. It's good.
yeah, exactly. Awesome. Good. Thank you. Awesome. So again, that is available at alara.at/show/Donnie9. So we can take one or two more quick questions. So Kate, do you want to unmute yourself? Go ahead, Kate. Hi.
Hi.
Kate.
Hi, Donna-Marie. So I'm asking, can you give me any words, or if there's something else as well to do to connect with my third eye to really develop this area, especially relating to animal communication?
Okay. Well, again, they're showing me amethyst. I love amethyst for the third eye because to me, amethyst is like lavender. You know, I use it all the time. This is amethyst, and it's green and purple amethyst. So the green is very spiritual, and the purple is very transmutational. It's also very protective. So when you do any kind of connection, you always want to make sure that you're sealed and protected, and that you have an intention of what you're aligning and connecting to. So you don't open up to any energy that's out there. So you have to hold your intention, you know, as I choose to connect to only that which is for my highest and purest good, and only that of divine light. Because there are many corridors, there are many other kinds of energies and entities out there. So very important that when you do make a connection, you hold the intention of what you are choosing to connect to, and you decree it. Okay. But then I would use amethyst, and they're actually showing me your throat as well. So I also feel like you would be a communicator as well. So it's the eye and the throat. So I would put an amethyst on your third eye, and I would put it on the throat, and I would do it when you go to bed. Like after you've gone to bed at night, I always lift and clear the energy of myself, like whatever I've lived and experienced for my day. Okay. Whatever I've held on to that I'm struggling with still, whatever I did not get to complete, whatever I did not get to finish, I'm closing my day. Thanking, you know, I make a prayer. Thank you for everything that I did. Everything that's left undone, it's done for me. I don't want to be thinking about it. I don't want my brain to run. So I empty myself out vibrationally. And then I say, okay, now I just want to, I give myself permission, you know, to allow my body to align and connect to the sleep and the, you know, because I work on energetic rebooting when I go to bed. So I ask for everything to be balanced, harmonized, aligned in full function with the crystalline energy, because it's very, very powerful right now, and it raises us up vibrationally. But you can just put this amethyst on your third eye and on your throat, and ask for whatever my capacity is in terms of psychic awareness, telepathy, you know, vocalizing, whatever that is, I allow to be activated within the parameters of what I'm capable of receiving, because you always want it congruent with ease. You ever want everything to be brought in with ease, and allow a natural integration of these abilities and any other abilities that I'm unknown or unaware to me, that would be in service to me, in service to humanity for my highest good, I allow. And it's a process, you know. It's like if you go to the gym and you just go 1 week and you're like, well, I want my money back, you know, it's like, they're gonna go, well, you need to come a little more and come back in 6 months, keep doing this and come back in 6 months, you won't need your money back. So it's something that you're allowing for energetic expansion, refinement, reconnection. And so whatever is blocking that also has to be lifted and cleared, you know. And then there's a reconnection of the refinement, so opening up. So when we went through the 8-8 portal in August, it was to reconnect us with all of our vibrational blueprint gifts, you know, everything that we've lived in other lifetimes that when we were in very high vibratory states and had a lot of gifts and abilities, they're dormant in your blueprint. So I would just ask for the activation of my soul's blueprint and whatever gift and abilities that are here to be in service to me in this lifetime for my highest good, I allow. And then keep practicing work with the amethyst. Oh, they're also showing me blue lapidus for you as well. Yeah, that's good for your psychic eye. Do I have it here? I have it upstairs by my bed because I use it on my third eye at night too. I don't have it down here. But it's also good for psychic awareness. And they're also saying for you to use psychic protection as well. So maybe some jet, black tourmaline, or tiger's eye. Yeah, and just and you know, give yourself permission to be open. You know, I do a lot of I love the whales and dolphins are very fast communicators. Dolphins especially are telekinetic, so I would call them in. You know, hey, if any of you can hear me. People are, you know, who don't understand this are going to laugh, but those who do this go, yeah, that's how you do it, you know. And you can make I learned this through Lori Rayon. I don't know if you know Lori Rayon, but you maybe want to reach out to her. I met her through Alara, I believe. Right, Alara?
Yep.
Okay. And she, you know, I would say if you're going to steal it, reveal it. So I'm not stealing it, but when I get information that's not mine, I always share who it came from. And she, on your show, was showing that if you want to connect with the animals is to go from your heart chakra to your third eye and then to them, and you make a triangle. And it's this triangle of divine light intention. So you start in your heart, hold the intention for the highest good, then bring it to your third eye, and then extend that out to the dolphin, and then bring it back in again. So last week, there was the whole issue in Australia with the whales that were all getting beached. I don't know if you knew about that. Anyways, I was doing the same thing, trying to move them out, like telling them, like, you know, because there was a big panic. Anyways, I would tell her, you know, I would say, start with that, Kate. Start with that. And it's something that, you know, you don't become like overnight. It's going to grow and develop, and you'll refine and get better, and you'll hear better, and you'll do it. Like, it's a process. But allow it to start.
Can I just ask you, what was the other stone that you said here?
Blue lapidus.
Lapidus.
Yeah. It's kind of a dark blue, but it's got veins in it.
I never heard of it.
It's a navy blue. Lapidus. I'm so dyslexic with words.
Lapis lazuli?
That's it. Thank you.
Lapis lazuli.
My daughter would be laughing her head off at me right now.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's okay.
Yeah, but that's the one. Sorry. That's exactly the one that I'm talking about.
That's what I figured. It's like,
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, my love.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Kate. All right, so Gurjeet, do you want to ask a quick question as well?
Yes, I'll ask a quick question, Donna-Marie. First of all, thank you so much. I really loved your, the information that you shared with us today. And my question is, the wording that comes through, because all throughout I've been just saying that I don't have clients, and I'm never going to succeed in this business.
Okay.
That's what I've been saying. So the right words for that.
Okay, so I would just start with even though it's been quiet, even though I don't have the clientele I want, even though I'm not as busy as I'd like to be, that's okay. We always have to kind of make our peace with it. We don't want to fight against that energy. We don't want to create more resistance in the energy, okay? Because resistance has a weight, and again, it slows down the vibration and the movement of the energy. So it's to say, even though, and it's true, like, I'm quiet, you know, I could be busier. So you just say, even though, da-da-da-da-da-da, that's okay. It's safe to let it go. Breathe it out. As I let it go, I allow for it, and then make your list. They really show me your throat chakra needs to be cleared. So actually, I'm sorry, they're stepping in. They're saying that you have not stepped into all of your abilities, and you have repressed your own abilities. They're not all fully refined, and you're blocking the people from coming in because you're afraid that you're not as good, or you're not going to be as good, or like there's this fear of, am I going to be good enough? Does that make sense for you?
Yes, it does. It does.
Okay. So they're showing me, they're asking, because they're making me lose my voice. So if they're making me lose my voice, it's like, you need to give yourself permission to open up your throat chakra to receive. So I feel like you channel information. And there's this, like it's not safe. So this is old energy that's passed down from other lifetimes where it's not safe to be you, it's not safe to be heard, it's not safe to be seen. They're also showing me cultural problems. So where they're showing me your father, there's a male figure where he's like, you know, you can't do this, and that's not how it's done. And it's almost like in an image of women don't do that. That's not like, there's this cultural thing where you're like, that's not true, that's not true. And of course we can, but you kind of have this false stuckness here, okay? Yeah. Letting go. They're going like this. Let go of all false beliefs that were imprinted upon you, projected upon you, anything you've carried karmically from any other lifetime, timeline, realm, or dimension that is no longer in service to you, that is not allowing you to reclaim all of your voice, all of your clarity, and all of your wisdom. Whatever is meant to be expressed, whatever is meant to be received, or whatever is meant to be allowed for my greatest and highest good, in any way that I'm in reconnecting and realigning to all of my gifts and abilities. If I'm going to reconnect and realign, I ask that I come into full alignment and full vibratory capacity, around allowing my heart to let go of any fear of not being enough, not good enough, allowing it to be blessed, healed, cleared, and transmuted. Take a deep breath in. Please let it go. As I let go of all congestion, all repressed emotions, anything that I'm still holding on to, conscious or subconscious, that are no longer in service to me, it is safe to bless it, heal it, clear it, transmute it, release it, and let it go. As I let go, I surrender, and I allow the gifts that are mine, all that I have gathered from other timelines, lifetimes, realms, and dimensions, they would be in service to me, this timeline, and all of humanity now, in whatever way I can support, hold, and align to divine light, divine truth, and allow myself to be a vehicle to be in service to others for my greatest and highest good. I allow. Take a deep breath in again. Let it go. Actually, they're bringing in, Archangel Michael's coming in right now, and he's cutting it, you know, so he has a sword. It's called the Sword of Light. I use it. Nice if you got like a big long piece of selenite and just started using your own Sword of Light, just cutting as if you're going through a forest, you know, releasing yourself from any other truths, beliefs, imprints, patterns, stuff, you know, pattern, and they're showing me programming. So again, they're going into cultural programming, and it's really about women and their place in the home and what they're supposed to be doing, what they're not supposed to be doing. This isn't your belief system, but it is imprinted upon you. So they're clearing it, clearing it, clearing it, clearing it, bringing it all the way down through your timeline. And there's a very strong woman in your timeline. This feels like a grandmother energy, and she could be 1, 2, 3 generations down. Very connected with you, and you're very similar to her. She keeps pointing to your third eye. So I feel like this needs to be reactivated as well. And they're saying it's safe now to be seen. It's safe now to be heard. Oh, actually, it's not your grandmother. It's you. Oh, huh. Okay. So it's you showing me you from another timeline. And you're showing me your gifts. And this is Egyptian timeline, by the way. And you have this red ruby on your third eye, and you're very powerful. You're really funny. You have this very playful, joyful energy. And so you did a lot of work in that timeline in your gifts and abilities, and you were very, very gifted. Yeah, like prophecies. You did prophecies. So they're saying, you know, that, yeah, she's big light worker. So they're saying to, you know, they're going into your solar plexus, so you're not feeling safe to receive. And there's something, I'm going to tell you, I feel like you were killed for your abilities. Okay. So you did all this good, and then, you know, you were taken out. So let's just clear that. Because she's going, it's not safe. It wasn't safe. It's not safe. You know, look what I did, and see, it wasn't safe. It wasn't. So you're right, but it's safe now. This is a new timeline, a new mentality, new ways. And they're really showing me the paradigm with the male and female, their places and their roles. And this is all shifting again. You know, women are being brought back to where they came in, like rising them back up again. Why? Because women have such great balance. You know, they're maternal, they're loving to all of humanity and nature and animals. They're all encompassing. They hold balance because they know how to birth and bring new life into the world. So this is a very cyclical pattern that we're going to lift and clear. And there's a daughter, I don't know if it's a daughter from this timeline or another timeline, and she's in the same patterning as you, so we're going to clear her as well. Keeping yourself small. Do you do cards? They're showing me cards. Is that what you do? Do you do cards?
Yes, I love cards.
Yeah, they're saying they're going to start communicating to you personally, through oracle cards.
Okay.
Okay. You're also really good at tarot. They're showing me they communicate really strongly. Like you get, you really get a lot from looking at the cards, but they want to communicate to you solely just for you to start reconnecting, and they're going to show you your gifts and abilities. So they're saying oracle cards for you to start making that connection and trusting it. And then once you get stronger, then you can start doing tarot. But the third eye, really strong. I feel like you can also communicate, like receive information. So yeah, like you haven't stepped into all your gifts and abilities. Okay, but they're just clearing all the they're sprinkling you with golden white light. It's like crushed diamonds, and it's kind of like it's funny, it's coming down over your head, but it's actually emanating through you and out of you. So they're showing me who you are. Look at all of her light. So the golden white light is, it's divine light, eternal light, light eternal, the Merkaba, time, light of all ages, wisdom of all ages, clarity of all ages. It's actually moving through you. Anyone on the call, I'm going to say, if you feel like you have anything that you are wanting to reconnect with, I'm going to go ahead and say, use this same energy right now to reconnect and align to all of your gifts and abilities, reawakening, the blueprint. I just heard this the other day. I'm trying to remember the man who said this. He says it's called the gold print now, because we're reactivating this crystalline vibration of our gifts. And so it's golden divine light energy, right? The gold is the highest vibrational light. I always call it, the blueprint of your soul, because I just think of it as the imprint of the soul's essence. But then he was saying, trying to remember who, it was a YouTube video I was watching. I think his name is Ian. I don't remember. Anyway, so he's saying it's the gold print. And I'm like, oh yeah, they're calling it the gold print now, because you're reconnecting to all of your gifts and abilities. So anyone who is on this call, if you can visualize the Merkaba jar coming into your solar plex and allowing it to expand, and they're turning it counterclockwise, and then allowing it, the light energy, to spin out, spin out, spin out, and allowing this beautiful golden white light diamond energy to just rinse you of any false beliefs, false programmings, self-sabotage, lack, limited beliefs, anything that is holding you back from reclaiming all of your light, all of your gifts, all of your abilities. They're saying, give yourself permission to shine, to be seen, and to be acknowledged in all of your light, whatever that means for you, for your greatest and highest good, and allow the return to be returned to you in the abundance in every area of your life. Imagining the flow, believing in it, trusting in it, reconnecting within it, and allowing divine light energy to activate you for your highest good, in all of your gifts and abilities, in perfect timing for you, in perfect alignment for you, and always within the parameters of what you're capable of receiving, allowing the expansion to take place as meant and appropriate for you, always with ease, always with facilitation, always in accordance with the divine light, only that which is of the highest and the purest, and only for that which is for your greatest and highest good. As we let go, we allow. Take a deep breath in and breathe it out. I give myself permission to be fully aligned, fully balanced, fully harmonized, and fully activated in all of my gifts effortlessly. And so it is. Take a deep breath in and breathe it out. All that I am, I allow. Returning to my divine light, my divine beauty, my divine gifts, my divine wisdom, and allowing the clarity to guide me effortlessly. As I let go, I allow. So it is. Deep breath in. Thank you, 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 thank you. Beautiful. You're so cute. The you from the other time, you really this.
Thank you so much, Donna-Marie. Truly appreciate you.
That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was so powerful. Wow.
She has an
Awesome.
amazing, I can feel her personality, but she has a great sense of humor. She loves to laugh, this woman. And I feel like she's not laughing, but once she gets her humor back, she's going to see she's more connected with herself.
Thank you, Gurjeet. That was great.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Drink some water, Brigitte. Everyone needs to drink water, FYI, I'm forgetting to say this, but you know, when we do these kinds of energy work, it's so important that you drink water to release any toxins you're holding on to. Is going to come out through urination. So if you pee a lot, don't be worried. You yawn a lot. If you need to sleep after this call, go sleep, because then they're going to be working on you. So just let whatever's meant to happen happen.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was such a powerful, all of it from beginning to end. It was amazing, powerful, lots of information, lots of wisdom, lots of little activations as well. You know, I mean, all throughout. So it was like, you're going to definitely all have to watch this one again and take notes. Watch, listen, take notes the best you can, because there's so much wonderful wisdom, so much that we can start to use and implement right now for ourselves. Okay.
Right now. And this is the message. It's all about the now. It's the only time that you have 100% control over. We don't have any control over yesterday. It's past. And we have 50% control over tomorrow. Okay. Because there's always things that are also meant to unfold. But in your present time is where you have full control. So for these people that are control addicts, control your now, and your now will lend to your future. You want a good future? Pay attention to the present, because the present decrees the outcome of your future. And if you want to receive the outcome that you are manifesting, you must hold the vibration for the return. So, full circle.
So change your words, change your breath, change your energy, change your vibration, and just see what starts to happen.
Yeah, allow yourself to shift into what you are, what your gifts are, aligned to you. You don't want to be like somebody else. You want to do someone else. You want to do you. You don't even know what your gifts are. So like we just had Bridget here, who was cutting herself off, and she thought it was lack, but it was fear. Now wait, let's see what happens with her now. She's a powerful woman.
And Sean says, stay in your power and be open to receiving, be open, to allowing, even better and good come into your life, be willing to receive it. Yeah, this was awesome. Wow.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Donna-Marie.
You're
This
welcome.
was wonderful. Yeah, and it's almost 2 hours, so it's like, gotta go. But yeah, so please do book your session with Donna-Marie. Like, this was just really, really short, but now you get a chance to work with her one-on-one. So go to alara.at/show/Donnie9, Donny. She does go by Donnie, even though I still call her Donna-Marie, but she does go by Donnie as well.
Like, my name growing up through school, and when I worked was always Donna-Marie, but my family nickname was Donnie. So, I always say to people, you can call me whatever you feel comfortable with. It's fine.
Yeah, I like Donna-Marie, but for the website, the link, it's Donnie.
A lot easier.
Much easier.
Yeah.
So let me just type it. I will put it in the chat quickly as well. But you'll see it on the on the replay email. The link will be there, and in the email for the YouTube. It'll be there for the podcast. It'll be there.
If they want to follow me, they can go to the Donna-Marie on Facebook or on Instagram, where I upload all of my YouTube videos on my Donna-Marie page. On the Donna-Marie Hallessey, it's my personal page, but on Facebook, but on Donna-Marie, it's the work one. So there I have all of the little quotes that have been uploaded, and Yeah.
So we've given you a lot to work with. I know, I get it. And so some of you are going to be like, I didn't get what she said. I didn't get what I'm supposed to say, or what I'm, watch and listen, and you will get it. And the thing is, it really is just about letting go of what no longer serves you and allowing what does to come in. Be willing to be open to allowing what does. You have to say what that is. You can't. It's not just a general, I mean,
You
general is
can, if you
fine.
don't know, hold on though, but if you don't know what it is, you can just say, whatever I am, whatever my gifts, I allow. You don't have to have the answers. You just need to give permission. So if I
There you
am
go,
this,
permission.
if I am that, I allow for that. You know, you might not be that. You might be, because it says you don't want to block something off and then say, well, I get it. Whatever my abilities, whatever my gifts, whatever that is, I allow. Now you're keeping it open to receive and to connect with whatever that is. Now, if you think you know you're this and this and this, well, go ahead and say it. This and anything greater than that, I allow. So it's all this verbal, it's the way you say it, how you say it, it really changes the way the energy comes back to you. So that correcting is so important right now because we are building a new world, we are recreating. And so, you know, be mindful of how you speak. And when you say, you know, what is the spelling? You are creating spells with the way that you speak. So create the spells that you want.
Yeah, but don't forget to breathe as well. You know, so it's not just about using the mental words. It's also about the breathing, and it's also about the taking action. It's not just about the thinking, wishing, wanting. It's also about the taking action.
Exactly. Do your due diligence. Anchor and ground every day. Hold your intentions. Hold your vibration. The rest does itself. Those are the only things you need to do. I am not kidding. If you're in alignment every day and you hold your vibration every day to live and experience the highest vibration of all that I am today for my greatest good, that's it. And then allow the universe to move through you, to work through you. Allow the serendipitous moments to open up. Allow the opportunities to present. We were taught, go, 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 do, do, do. It's not like that. Go in, align, connect, and allow. It will come to you. That which is meant for you will be brought to you. That which is not will be left to the side. Go into the alignment. I allow for, da, 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 and then move on in your day. Hold that vibration. Stay in your joy. Stay in your happiness. You got to step away from the conundrum of the world, people. It's going to take you down. You don't want that.
But, you know, not to be argumentative, Donna-Marie, but, you know, if you didn't, you know, join the Zoom call, you wouldn't have, you know, that was an action. I just have it in like in this industry, people think that, you know, they don't have to do anything. It'll just come to them.
Oh, no. Well, this is exactly as I'm coming on, and I was on a call with another person. I said, you know, you're not going to like me because I'm not coming in with a magic wand to whip things away. I'm coming in to remind the people that if they want to release it, they have to release it. If they want to heal, they have to allow for the healing. If they want to upload and go into a higher vibration, they got to release what's holding them down. We are handing back, we're being asked through spirit, hand them back their autonomy, hand them back their power. It has been taken from them. They have been overruled. And stop it, because now it's happening on an even larger scale. It's like, no, that's enough. Reclaim who you are.
It's about taking back your power. Yeah,
exactly.
Take back your power and embrace your power, you know, and live the life that you want. You know, start living instead of just settling, instead of just, you know, hiding.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah. I know, we could talk forever. Oh my God.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody who did get a chance to ask a question. Your questions were great because, you know, obviously, you know, Donna-Marie and her team brought forward those wonderful little mini activations and all those wonderful things to say, but it's just the saying, the breathing, the letting go, the releasing, the allowing, okay, all of that. So please do. There was, like I said, there was a lot. So please go back and watch and listen. I wish never mind. I don't want to wish anything, but I wish I could go back and transcribe everything as well. You know, it's like, there was so much.
Someone that could do it. Because, you know, when it comes through, they know exactly what to say depending on who I'm talking to. And then I'll have clients, even when I work, when they go, can I say that again? I'm like, I didn't say it. Like, I don't even, like, I hear what they're saying, but it's like, it's not me that just said, so it's not coming from my thoughts and my mental thinking. It's being just moving through me. So I get grasps of it, but when I'm there, I'm really just, you know, I'm just the window letting the breeze in.
Thank
so
goodness
it's like,
for the recordings, right? Thank goodness for the recordings.
If you get it recorded, then you can repeat it again. You know, the only thing is that when we do clearing, they have me not record it because they don't want you to bring that energy back in again. If you release it, don't call it back in, because now it's tangible again. So it's to understand how energy works, you know.
Yes, but this was wonderful. Again, like I said, this was such a powerful call. And Sean, thank you so much for sharing your story about your son.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really powerful. But that power, again, is available for all of us. It's available for all of you. Okay, so please be willing to take it back, embrace it, be the sovereign
Reclaim,
you are,
reclaim,
right? Reclaim
yeah.
your power, you know, so it's always there, it's always yours, you know, so yeah, this was awesome.
And it's
Thank
never
you.
left you. Let's remind everybody of that, okay? If you've stepped away from it vibrationally, you're the one with your thoughts that stepped away, but it has never left you. You are, it's born into you. Your gifts and abilities, you're carrying it in your soul. You know, your essence of who you are never leaves you. So it's a you to return. It's you to go back in, you to do your due diligence on learning how to anchor ground and align to it. And it is from that place, once you are in your I am awareness, I am essence, that it just unfolds. It's, you know, that's the rudder for your navigational set point to whatever it is that you want to live and experience. But it's just, I think that we needed, I'm going to say this because I feel like it's so important in today's, we're going through more. Get ready, buckle up. So it is important that you have some kind of an alignment, a truth, and an understanding that you can cling to when shit hits the fan. Otherwise, you're going to feel like a leaf in a wind tunnel. You're going to be battered, okay? And things aren't going to make sense to you. And your morals will not make sense. Actions will not make sense. What things are happening will not make sense. And you will have to go in and understand your clarity and pull yourself up to a place where you can have the peripheral vision to see what is taking place. And that's your due diligence on how you climb out of the situation. And I do say climb because there's a vibration, there's an understanding that comes with vibrational, I don't want to say ascension because it's like you're going up, but you do move into expansion. So, you know, when you have people say, well, I can't see better than that, or I don't see more than that, it's where you stand in understanding. You know, it's like being on a mountain. So you're all in geographically the same area, but if you're at the bottom, that's what your view is. You're halfway up the mountain, you now have a different view. And if you're at the top of the mountain, you can see everything, but you're all in the same place. So it's the same in terms of vibrational ascension. If you're in worry, lack, fear, anxiety, stress, and overwhelm, your view and understanding is very low. And you're repeating that vibration. So it's to climb into a higher vibration. Let go of what does not serve you. Move up. Let go of what does not serve you. Move up and make your ascension. But ascension is a return to self, a reconnection to your spirit, an alignment for the expansion of all that you are. That's what it is. And we're being asked to step into the expansion of our soul's essence because we need to shift vibrationally from this paradigm that is no longer in use.
Beautiful.
I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank your guides. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They were really good today.
They're always good.
They're always, I know, they're always good. They're amazing. All right, everyone. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always.
Big hug.
Bye for now.
Thank you.